Welcome to Mount Kailash, a holy mountain of Hinduism, Buddhism, Bon, and Jainism. For believers, circumambulating this sacred place is not only a physical test in the highlands, but also an act of devotion and perhaps a journey of self-discovery as a humble pilgrim. "2014 was the year when three very important things happened. The first Apple Watch was released, Germany beat Brazil 7-1 in the World Cup, and I turned 12 years old. In East Asia, each year is associated with one of the 12 zodiac animals. Since I was born in 2002, the year of the horse, turning 12 in 2014 means completing my first full zodiac cycle and returning to my own zodiac year, so-called Benmingnian in Chinese. Interestingly, Shakyamuni, the founder of Buddhism, is also believed to have been born in the year of the horse, and that's one reason why the horse year became especially important for pilgrims and Buddhist travelers visiting Mount Kailash. And one of those travelers in 2014 was my mom. When she came back, she made an agreement with me that we could circumambulate Mount Kailash together in the next horse year, 2026. And that's how this 12-year promise began.
哦，所以阿姆纳尼峰和这个达仁波齐就面对面。
对，然后他们中间是马湖和拉奥特。
哦，下
然后
这个湖是吧？
雍特和拉奥特。
这地方太厉害了。
这地方太厉害了。
Before the hike started, we tried to find some encouragement in the landscapes around us. This tiny temple, the Chiwu Monastery, was perhaps the best viewpoint of the entire trip. To the north is Rakjastor, so-called the Ghost Lake, and to the south is Manasrovar, the secret lake that pilgrims will circumambulate next year in the year of the sheep. To the west and east stood Mount Namanani and Mount Kailash, with their snowy summits taking turns to catch the golden sunlight.
先追上走呗。
The hiking trail around Mount Kailash can be divided into 3 parts. Some passes are now available for the final section. Some people will try to finish the entire route in a single day to avoid spending a night on the mountain. That means starting very early in the morning, so the red section can be reached around noon, therefore crossing the highest point of the trip in the warmest part of the day. The headlight I'm using here is exactly the same headlight that my mom was using to hike here 12 years ago. Some people call it heritage, but I call it not enough light. Really not enough. Look at that. I'm not sure if you can record that, but that over there is Mount Kailash. We managed to reach the first supply point, the Chugu Temple, around the time of sunrise. At that point, I was physically alright, but was too sleepy as I barely slept for the past 2 nights due to Highland sick. So I took a quick nap next to a temple before heading to Dolma-La Monastery, which was a relatively flat road to get used to the 5,000 meters of altitude before the major challenge. Here, you have an average elevation of around 5,000 meters, which means, firstly, a beautiful snow mountain is guaranteed. But secondly, my brain and my legs are literally fighting each other for oxygen. 작은이 있지 마.
de todo que está.
무슨 무슨. After some peaceful hours and great views, the real challenge finally began. From the sky burial point, we still have a 550-meter ascent ahead of us before reaching the highest point of the entire trip, the Dolma-La Pass. As snow began to fall, we decided to use our backup oxygen to move faster. At the time, none of us knew that this decision would get us over the pass before the mountain was closed by the storm, while also led us straight into the worst weather of the entire trip. 有吧？有啊。哎呀妈！我没找到车子。下面
从这边上走，你不要让他们从那里走，那里更好，从这边上走。
谢谢。